Hey guys, I missed you in class this week. So the first thing that you're seeing here is your homework answers. You had combining like terms and you had distributive property. So here are your answers for your combining like terms. So check your work there. And then here are your answers for distributive property. Okay, you're taking the number on the outside and multiplying it by the things that are inside the parentheses. Make sure you're really paying attention to 4, 5, and 6. Those were your more challenging ones. If you have questions on combining like terms or distributive property, please make sure you are emailing me so that I can answer those questions because we do need this information as we move forward with today's notes. Okay. So make sure that you have a piece of paper, please. And the first thing that I am going to be working with today is reviewing our two-step equations. So what I want you to do right now is pause the video, make sure you have paper, write down the 3 equations that are here, solve them. Once they're solved, then come back and replay the video. All right, so hopefully you actually paused the video. Here are your answers to your 3 review problems. The third one's probably the hardest part here because of this fraction. When you get to this fraction part, you have 2 options. You can divide by that negative 1/12, or you could have went and multiplied by the reciprocal of a negative 12 over 1. Either way, you still should get an answer of 168. Okay, moving on, please label your notes multi-step equations. Okay, so over here in this box, you have steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, pause the video, and I want you to please write these steps down. Okay, hopefully you pause the video. So let's look at our first example here. So step 1, it says use the distributive property. I want to take it and I want you. I'm only distributing in the parentheses. Distributive property really means multiplying. You get a negative 3x. Negative 3 times 2 is a negative 6. Bringing down that minus 5x. And then bringing down to negative 2. Next step, it says combine like terms. Add or subtract. Add the opposite and combine what looks the same. So, looking here, my like terms, negative 3x, negative 5x. So I'm adding those together and I get negative 8x. Bringing down my minus 6, going a negative 2. This now looks exactly like the problem you just did on your review. So we should start from here. Adding 6, negative 8x, equaling 4. Divide by your negative 8. And we should get x equaling negative 1/2. Or if you put in the calculator, you could also get a negative 0.5. Either answer is perfectly fine. Okay. Moving on, please again, take a moment, pause the video, write down our 3 problems, give yourself some space. Okay, so we can do these. All right, let's do this first one together. So, first step, distributive property. I don't have any parentheses. I don't have any distributive property. I'm going to combine here. I have a 10 and a 6. And plus 6 gives me 16. Again, bringing everything else down. And again, now we're back to where we were in our review. Nothing crazy here. We subtract 16. We get 4x equaling 32. Divide by that 4. And we get equaling 8. Okay, to do our check, we would take this 8 and plug it back in. We'd have 10 plus 4 times 8 plus 6 equaling 48. Okay, order of operations says parentheses first. And then you could just go into all this and plug it in later. You'd end up with 40 equaling 48. Okay. Again, you don't have to do the check, but it is an option there for you just in case you need to. Okay, next one here. First step, distributive property. Multiply that 3 into 3 times k is 3k. 3 times 8 is 24, equaling 21. So again, I want you to pause the video right now, and I want you to please try solving this problem. Go ahead. So hopefully you pause the video and solve the rest of that problem. You should have gotten k equaling negative 1. Take a look at the last one here on this slide. So yes, it is backwards. Please do not rewrite the problem. Let it as is. So again, we're looking for distributive property first. Distribute that in. So you're really multiplying by negative 3 here. So negative 3 times x is a negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 1. On the calculator, you should get a positive 3. And then bringing down that positive 9. Next thing we need for is our combining like terms. Now you're combining like on one side of the equal sign. Okay, so I have a 3 and a 9, which that's going to give 12. So everything else here I'm just going to bring down. Okay, now we're back at our previous spot. Just use the equation. Divide by your negative 3. And you should be getting x equaling negative 1. Okay. Moving on, again, please take a moment, pause the video, and write these 3 problems down. So looking at this first one, it looks super ugly, but it's a fraction. So I want you to please go through and try adding these two things together in your calculators. Remember, if you put a fraction calculator, you got parentheses around it. 1/3. Oops, hold on. Really 1 divided by 3, close your parentheses up, plus parentheses 1 divided by 3. You put that in the calculator, you should get a 2/3 n as your answer, 2/3 n. So from here, you got a few options, but like we talked about in your warm-up, either divide or you can multiply by the reciprocal, doesn't matter. Here, multiply. Makes all that go away. So when you go and plug this in the calculator, you should get a 10.5. Again, be careful putting it in the calculator. 7 times parentheses 3 divided by 2 is how that goes in the calculator. So what I want you to do right now is pause the video and I want you to try the last 2 problems that are on this page, please. So looking here at the first problem I asked you to complete, finding like terms, you have your a's here. You have a minus 2a minus 2a. You put that in the calculator, you get a negative 4a. Your other like terms is a 4 and a negative 8. Finding those, you should get a minus 4. From there, you know how to solve these. Add 4, bring down your negative 4a, divide by negative 4, you should get an answer of negative 9. The last one here, looks really ugly. All of the decimals, in reality, it's just a equation which we've been working on. So you go and subtract, divide, you should get your 57 as your answer. If things aren't working out, go back and check your calculator. Make sure you got a 0.05 here. If you didn't move your decimal place somehow, okay, that happens quite often. All right, now we're going to work on some word problems here. So pause the video, and I want you to please write down the problem in your notes, and then I want you to underline and highlight your key information, please. So looking here, we have a Big Mac for $5.25, small fry 36, and 2 large drinks. Your total cost will only be $10.99. How much does 1 large drink cost? So let's start with an equation. We know that we have a total. Our total here is $10.99. And looking, we have a Big Mac for $5.25. We have a small fry for 36, and then we have 2 large drinks. We're trying to find how much one large drink costs. Because if we're going to put less than we defined our variable here defining it is the cost of 1 large drink. Okay, so this is our equation. So solving this, we need to look at having distributive property. The answer is no. We need to find our like we got a 5 and a 36. If I would combine those, it would give me 7.61 plus 2x equaling 10.99. Okay, from here we know how to solve this. Factor 7.61. And then divide by 2, and we get equaling 1.69. Now, it's a decimal. We need to ask ourselves, does that answer make sense? And our answer is yes, because we said X is the cost of 1 large drink. We wanted to know how much one large drink costs. This is really dollars, $1.69 for one large drink. One last problem here we're going to be doing. Please again pause the video, take a moment to go and highlight the information, write down the problem first, highlight the key information, and then please try to write your equation and don't forget to find your variable. Okay, so let's take a look here. First off, our variable is x. Cost to climb one wall. We know that because our question is asking how much did it cost to climb each wall. Writing your equation here, start with your total. Is the total price is 19. We want to rent shoes. We're going to buy a bottle of water and we're going to pay per wall. Climb. It says here that I want to climb 7 walls. So that's where the 7x comes from. And let's solve this. We don't have any negative fractions, so I need to combine like when I combine those, I get a 5 plus 7x equals 19. And then you can solve from there. Dividing by 7, and we get x equaling 2. Now the question is what? Okay, is this $2? Is this 2 walls? Is this 2 bottles of water? $2 for the shoes? What is this? We go back to the variable here. We find it. Cost of climb one wall. So this is really $2 per wall. Okay, so hopefully that made a little bit of sense. Your job in your virtual time, which is posted as well, is the worksheet level 4 review. You can do the worksheet if you want. Please make sure you're writing on it if you're doing that, not using the typing feature, or you can do all of your work on a piece of paper, shred it, and then submit it. Please make sure you're emailing me if you guys have questions. I look forward to seeing you guys in class this week. Talk to you later. Bye.